All right, so I'm going to do my best to um, record this. It has taken me quite a while to figure out how to actually do this because I have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to technology. So imagine living in Rome. You live in your best life, slaying other soldiers. All of a sudden, a mysterious illness arrives with returning soldiers. Within weeks, people are dying left and right across the empire. No one knows where it came from, what causes it, or how to stop it. So today, I'm going to explain how epidemiologists can analyze this outbreak using the epidemiological triangle. So let's get started. All right. What was the Antonine Plague? Well, despite its pretty lucrative name, was one of the most devastating disease outbreaks of the ancient world. Happened between 165 and 180 CE. Quickly spread throughout the Roman Empire, and it is estimated to have taken the lives of 5 to 10 million people. That's a whole lot of people. It is believed to have been brought back by the Roman soldiers returning from campaigns in the Near East. Many historians believe the Antonine Plague was a pandemic, ultimately affecting large geographic areas across Europe, North Africa, and the Near East. So, to understand why the Antonine Plague spread so quickly, we asked three questions. What caused it? Who was vulnerable? What conditions allowed it to spread? And these three questions make up the epidemiological triangle. You can see here. Our agent was a suspected variola virus, host Roman population, and the environment, the Roman Empire during this time period, 165 to 180 CE. Now, the agent, just imagine you're a Roman soldier returning home after a military campaign. You feel sick, develop a fever, and soon a painful rash appears. Pretty crappy considering you made it home from war alive, only to end up sick as heck. Historians believe the illness behind these symptoms was smallpox caused by the variola virus. Its exact pathogen remains unknown. Historical descriptions by Galen are said to closely resemble those of smallpox. All right. What made the disease so dangerous wasn't just that it made people sick. It spread before anyone truly understood what in the heck was actually happening. So every cough, every crowded street, even down to your shared bed, essentially could expose another person. Um, it enters through the respiratory tract. So coughing, shaking hands, yeah, you're pretty you're in the danger zone here. So, um, how the disease spread again. If you think about how close everybody was in military camps, you're living right on top of each other here. So, and then the Roman Empire was quite busy. So who is at risk? Basically, everyone in the Roman Empire, to be quite honest. Unlike today, there were no vaccines. There was a extreme lack of sanitation or even any understanding to how germs worked, essentially. Um, and likely there was no immunity to the disease given the mortality rate and the number of people who essentially died from this. While anyone could become infected, some people faced greater risks. So, children, elderly, those who had pre existing conditions or a weakened immune system were more likely to become severely ill. But soldiers were especially at risk because, I mean, they lived, traveled, and all slept in the same close quarters. Yeah, the Roman Empire was essentially the perfect environment for an outbreak. If you think about it, it was one of the most connected civilizations in history. There was a steady traffic of merchants, soldiers, and goods throughout the city. Um, it's like a major germ hub. So these same people and/or things were unintentionally and unknowingly carrying the disease with them. Bummer. So essentially, think of the Roman road system as the ancient version of modern air travel. It helped the empire grow and prosper, but it also gave the plague a hypothetical highway to spread across three continents. And unfortunately, the Antonine Plague did not need a vector to spread. Humans themselves were both the victims and the reservoir, passing the disease directly to one another. And if you think of that on a larger scale, like when COVID happened, how far it had actually spread before anyone truly knew what was going on. And back in this time period where, nobody's washing their hands, nobody's vaccinated, it is just a garbage fire. So, the Antonine Plague reminds us that disease isn't caused by a pathogen alone. A susceptible population and an environment that supports transmission are equally important. In the Roman Empire, all three sides of the epidemiological triangle came together, resulting in one of the deadliest outbreaks of the ancient world. Um, Again, 5 to 10 million people pretty much wiped out half the population there. So, pretty scary. And I think this is now why a lot of us are firm believers in the lab. So, we can come up with vaccines for things like this. And again, the Antonine plague spread when, a highly contagious viral agent encountered a susceptible host, and the environment allowed for rapid transmission throughout the Roman Empire. Yeah, and here are my references. And that is it for the Antonine plague. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.